everyone, welcome back to another Christmas card collab. This week we are going to be doing a shadow box card and I'm really excited for this tutorial. This video is sponsored by Tangled, and the designer and owner Danielle was so sweet enough to send me some stamp sets to play with for you guys. And this one is called Bunny Slopes and I'm absolutely in love with it. It's so freaking cute. I had a blast coloring it in and I'll show you that soon. So I'm using a cut file from Lori Whitlock and I'll link down below all the products that I use and the cut file as well. I did have to resize it a little bit because I do have the portrait, so I had to make it a little bit smaller, and I'm using my favorite Tombow adhesive to glue everything down. So Tangled also sent me some other really cute stamp sets and I can't wait to make more projects with them, so look out for that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna have more projects with their awesome stamps coming up very soon. I decided to keep the cardstock very simple and use gray and blue, and I'm using a pop of pink. This is my fluffy snowball paper from my Snow Day collection, and I'm going to be coloring in the image with my Copic markers, and I am using Copic quality paper. Typically when I color with Copics, I usually start with a lighter shade and then add in a darker shade and blend out the two. In the video I do show you all the colors that I use, but I'll have them all written down in the description box below in case you missed them in the video. Typically when I color a bunny or anything that's supposed to be white, I just use a shade of gray or a light blue, and in this case I used C00, C1, and then a BG70. Just for a tint of blue, and I just go around the outline of the image. I don't color the full image. I like to keep the image white and do a bit of shading on the outlines of the image, if that makes any sense. And you'll also see me use the colorless blender from time to time. For example, I used it on the bunny's cheek to blend in the pink blush that I put, because again I didn't add full color to the bunny. I needed something to blend out the cheeks so that it didn't look so harsh. For the accessories on the bunny, I really wanted to use this bright colored pink and this teal blue. And because this is a smaller scale image, I'm going to be using 2 to 3 different shades in the same color family. And if you're new to my channel, I'm doing this Christmas card collab with my 2 friends, Dani and Sabrina, and I'll link to their tutorial and their YouTube channels down below in the description bar. I hope you guys can check out their cards. I'm really curious to see what they came up with for this week's theme. And next week is going to be our last Christmas card tutorial, so I hope you guys can tune in for that as well. I decided to keep in the coloring process so you guys can see how I do it. It's pretty much the same thing. I go back and forth between a lighter and darker shade. I did go back and add a darker blue shade to the hat to accentuate the shaded areas. So this is a very simple Copic coloring technique. If you have any further questions about how I color with Copics, just leave them down in the comment box below. I'm going to use my new Sizzix Sidekick to die cut this image. I'll have a full product review and first impressions video for you guys out this Friday. I know I said in my last video would be last week, but I was really sick, so I'm going to have it out this Friday, I promise. So I hope you can check out that review as well. All these pieces that I'm gluing down came with a cut file, including the snowbanks. I just cut it out of some white glitter cardstock. I'm using the Tombow Mono liquid glue to glue down the glitter cardstock to the side panel of the shadow box. Because this is a shadow box card, there's a lot of room to play, and I'm going to be using these little bottle brush trees that I got at Michael's, and they're so freaking cute, and I did have to use some hot glue to make them stick really well. So I add one to the top snowbank, and then for this one I had to trim the back side of the tree so that it can lay flatter against that paper. For the first one I did not have to trim the back because there was a lot of room, but like I said, this one is sitting on the paper, so I had to trim it, and I just cut off the base as you saw me do earlier. And while I had the glue gun out, I am just going to add some hot glue to the bunny image and glue her down onto the first little snowbank. I think it looks so freaking cute. This card is so adorable. And even with the trees inside the shadow box card, you can still lay it a bit flat, so you can totally mail it in a bubble mailer. I'm going to decorate the front of the card using the sentiment from the stamp set, and I'm going to be stamping out "I like you so much." I think that is so freaking cute. I'm using my VersaFine Onyx Black, and earlier I did rub it with the Tombow Mono Eraser, which is a great tip for when you're using the stamp set for the first time because it cleans off any remaining oils or anything like that from manufacturing. I do go over the sentiment with a Jelly Roll shimmer pen, and I also add some Wink of Stella in clear to the bunny's little hat and scarf, but I don't show that on camera. Here I'm just stamping the little snowflakes that come in the set to accent the front of the card a little bit more, and I'm going to finish it off with some bling. This was my first time doing a shadow box card, and I had a blast making it. I hope you guys can try out this tutorial, and if you do, don't forget to tag me on Instagram, and I'll have all that information linked down below. Don't forget to check out Dani and Sabrina's video for today, and thanks again to Neat and Tangled for sponsoring this video and sending me this adorable stamp set to play with. I hope they like this card as well. Thanks so much for watching. This week I'll have a bonus video on Friday, and then I'll have another crafty tutorial on Saturday. See you guys then. Bye!